Welcome to episode 10 of the Draw Last podcast. Today, we are going through our annual wish lists of what we want out of Hearthstone in 2024. Joined with me, as always, is Vaapad and Swag. You guys have anything to add?
Hello. No, I'm just excited to be here, and I'm excited to see where we go in 2024.
Happy New Year. Go
Happy
Lions.
New Year.
And I have the sticky note of destiny.
Yeah.
Streaming this on a mini set day is bold, I will say, but hey, we're here. We're doing our wish list reviews.
Yep. There won't be that much competition for viewers, don't worry.
No, nobody's live right now.
No.
I don't see a single person streaming Hearthstone. I'm looking through.
No.
Can't find one.
Definitely not like 10 extra people going live than usual for my follow list.
Hilarious. All right, well, let's just get right to it.
Mini set day. Yeah.
Well, indeed. The mini set is out, and Hearthstone is extremely broken right now. So enjoy it while it lasts, I suppose, one way or another.
I just recently moved to the West Coast, and I'm still getting used to the fact that like patches go live at 10 a.m. instead of 1 p.m. for me.
That would be sweet.
So I was like waiting at like 10:30, like, oh my god, I can't wait for the mini set. It was out for half an hour.
That's pretty pog.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty pog.
All right, I don't know the order, so Swag, start us off with your number 5.
All right, yeah. Today, for this episode, we are going over our top 5 wishes, our wish lists for Hearthstone in 2024. I guess I'll start off with mine. The number 1 for me is
the number 5 first.
Oh, the number 5 first. All right, number 5.
So 1 is the thing you want the most, if you had to.
Yeah. Okay. So 5 is like my long shot one, where like it's probably never going to happen. Definitely not in 2024, but it would be cool if it did. And that is a newer client. Hearthstone 2, or maybe don't do the Overwatch thing. Don't add the 2. Just like make a new client that just
Unreal Engine 5 Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Granted, it's Unity now, so I don't know what that would even mean, but
just sort of a it seems like the current client has a lot of like tech debt. It's 10 years old, right? And there's a lot of bugs, some of which have been in the game for years. I feel like they would have been fixed by now if they weren't, sort of stuck to the client. But yeah, be very expensive, cost a lot of manpower.
Sure.
So it's probably not going to happen.
Maybe that's why they killed duels.
Yeah.
A lot of UI interface changes. Yeah.
And speaking of budgets, the number 4 is a higher esports budget. Also not the most likely to happen.
Yep. So we're going 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4.
Oh, we're going. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's okay then.
We're good
because it ties in.
We got a preview. Yeah.
Surprised you want that. Do you actually watch
esports Swag?
Oh yeah.
You do?
Wow. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know. There are some. The drops help, but I don't know. I like esports in general. I like watching Hearthstone played at a high level.
All right. Fair enough.
Off of ladder.
Yeah. So my number 5 would be kind of a hot take, starting off kind of spicy. I would like Tavern Brawl to go bye-bye and be replaced with a weekly login bonus of a pack. Just get rid of the game.
Tavern Brawl? Is that what you just said?
Get rid of Tavern Brawl.
I don't
That's
think
not
we
the
need to get
most
rid of
insane-
Tavern
been
Brawl
good
for a
in
weekly
years.
login bonus.
Oh,
You can
my
just
goodness.
do the weekly login bonus and remove the pack
Yeah.
from Tavern Brawl.
Sure.
No,
I like Tavern
no,
Brawl. It's fun
No,
sometimes.
that's the
Been
worst take
obsolete.
I've ever
It's
heard.
been obsolete
What? I
forever.
liking Tavern Brawl
Dude,
sometimes.
No, Vapad's take. Tavern Brawl's
Oh yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Okay, I must go now. This is outrageous. My number 5 is new Tavern Brawls. Okay, we're aligned here, but we have opposite approaches. You're the negative Andy, I'm the
Amazing.
positive Andy. We lost duels, so let's reallocate some of those ideas and resources and get some new cool Tavern Brawls. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because this week's Tavern Brawl, if any, have shown us that like the interactive, entrenched players can enjoy Tavern Brawl if you get the right one. For those who don't know, the current Tavern Brawl is every minion has all types. A lot of wild players jamming out different things, having fun. So Tavern Brawl slaps. Okay, I get it. They've been
does.
recycling, and they need new ones. But instead of getting rid of it, let's get new sick ones. Okay, and ones that instead of just interacting engaged players, get ones that interact and like excite new players too. That's fine, but just new exciting Tavern Brawls is my number 5. And I have a question for you, because your take that Tavern Brawl is like obsolete is hilarious. Okay, in 2022, which was 4 years ago, right? Hearthstone released an end of year infographic that included the total number of Tavern Brawl matches played and the total number of arena matches played. Based on your take, you would assume that Tavern Brawl is like 12 matches played. It was slightly less than arena, but it was like almost 300 million matches played in just 2022.
Crazy.
And I think now that it's on the main menu, it's probably past arena. So crazy take. And that's not just because Tavern Brawl is behind me either. I like Tavern Brawl. I've been playing this one. It's fun. But we need new ones. Any mode of the day format or mode sucks if you just throw out things that are stale and boring. So let's get some new hype going. That's my number 5. So Swag's 4, bigger esports.
Bigger esports budget. I actually think this is more likely to happen than a lot of people think.
It's a low bar this year.
Well, yeah, but like even despite that, like they mentioned that the fact that the announcement is taking so long is because of like unresolved details. I'd imagine it's related to the, new Microsoft leadership. So, there's a chance. That's where I'm at for
the new owner now likes games, which was not true before.
Yeah,
so
true.
Phil Spencer plays games.
He
So
plays games.
Might watch him do, It's a big step up. So maybe.
You think Phil Spencer watches XQC?
Probably. He's probably watched before. I don't think he watches every day. I saw a short the other day of him playing Fallout 76 and like people recognized his username and like threw him stuff so he'd get an achievement, and then it checked his achievements and it was like it lined up with him and it was like, this is Phil Spencer, guys. He's playing Fallout 76. He's a gamer.
He's a
Like,
gamer.
okay, he's playing a game that's at least he's playing games. He's playing Fallout 76, which is a bit questionable, but he's playing games. It's more than Bobby Kotick.
Good for him. Good for him. Someone has to play that game, right?
The game could be fantastic, to be fair. He's been playing Hearthstone exclusively as
I've heard it's gotten better.
Probably fun. All right. So that could happen. I think I'm surprised we've heard like a little leak that it was coming, and like January didn't count, February will. So it's not dead. They didn't kill it.
Yeah, they did the classic announcement of an announcement.
Well, yeah, but this was, to be fair, this was slightly more than that because it assured players like, hey, you don't worry, January doesn't count. Take a chill pill.
Although that it was after a bunch of pro players complained. So,
well, sure.
Yeah,
that's. I mean, they listen to the community. Right?
Yeah, I guess 4.5 for me would be the HS Esports account being a little more active, rather than just like making their like. It seems like most of their announcements are a response to people like Pocket Train, basically doing the promo work for them.
Sure.
Saying like, "Hey, I've been posting about this for a week. Where's the esports account at?"
I imagine it's just dangerous for them to post because things are constantly up in the air, and
yeah,
they probably aren't allowed to post just for the sake of drama. But yeah, we'll see. We're in a time where esports, like they announced Rocket League esports, some news came out, and it's like that's one of the tier 1 esports essentially. And like they're not retaining some of their casters, prizes are going down, spots are going down, like it's looking bleak.
Yeah, esports as a whole is seems like it's on a downswing.
Who knows? Now that the COVID stuff's over, it's kind of settling lower, and who knows? I mean, might just need new games, might need, I don't know. But
well, there was definitely a bubble. Seems
we'll
like
see.
It might be popping.
Oh yeah, I mean esports and things not making money is probably an issue at some point, right?
Sure.
Can't always get away with
the Amazon approach.
Or the Overwatch League approach and conning a bunch of people into spending $20 million for a spot.
Oh,
Dude, that would have been so sick, actually, though. I kind of wish that succeeded. That would have been sick. It was too bold to bring it over.
The shame that, you know,
been sweet.
The game they chose was Overwatch.
I mean, hey, to be fair, 2016 Overwatch is.
I mean, no,
One of
it
the all-time.
was a great game. It's just hard to follow.
So popular, people love. Oh yeah, well the metas once Overwatch League started really going, and like you got the tank metas and the no DPS metas, and then you had this double sniper meta.
Like you need to be at to
variance,
sort of follow what's going
balance
on.
was
You need to
terrible.
be familiar with what all these characters do. Right?
Yeah, and they needed it to be more like Halo, where it was just things flying around shooting guns, essentially.
Yeah,
So
like
less
Counter-Strike is very simple. Anyone who doesn't play games, you know, can still get the basic gist of it.
Yeah, but it would have been so sick. I wish esports would NFL approach it, but it's, I mean, logistic nightmare. I'm sure costs a lot of money. All right,
My number 4.
Eva 4.
So I got the idea from this from either a Jordan video or a Jordan video comment section. I don't remember which. I'm sure he'll tell me in a second. But I think it'd be super cool to have async games of Hearthstone where you could queue up a game and whatever the setting is, like if you have like 24 hours to make a move or whatever, like obviously that's going to take forever. But like, I mean, that like, it's a good way, like, and it's been proven that to work in like other things, right? Like you can play async games with chess over the course of
This is the
week.
big one for sure.
Yeah. So like, I think that would be super cool. Obviously, how it would interact with ladder would be kind of weird, maybe, but that's the sort of thing where I would play a lot more well, maybe not a lot more Hearthstone. I would play more Hearthstone if I could take moves at my leisure and do it in 30 seconds and not have to sit down for a 10-minute game or whatever.
That's a great way to compete with the snaps of the world too, and have it like be an actual phone game. You make it not take 20 minutes to launch on the phone, and then you can do your turn that way, and then that'd be sick. For those who don't know, async games in chess is like you have either an hour to make a move, 2 hours to make a move. I think the most common setting is 1 day. Some people do a week. It essentially just means one person makes a move. You then have that amount of time to make another move. You'll get like a notification on your phone. You'll open the app. You'll make your chess move, and that'll be their turn. You can make a move right away. People could go back and forth just actively playing the game, like normal, theoretically, if they're both active. But if not, you can say, I'll make my move in 7 hours when I have time. You know, it's like the same game. So you'd be able to load in, see what your opponent did. In this version, it'd be sick if you like tapped in, you had to see them play their cards out and like the animations, you could like follow along instead of just the log. But even that I'd be happy with. It'd be sick.
Yeah.
So you get to make your turns, and you'd be able to have more than one game going. So you could have like an async game going and just like queue up on your computer and play the normal game. Like your async games would have to be separate. I think there's probably a lot of barriers to make this actually work, but it would be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And with ranked ladder, like you'd have to have like an MMR that's like separate from.
Yeah, it would need to be a separate game mode, but we all know
it's just for friends.
What happens to new game modes in Hearthstone. So,
well, it would could be a new system or something, but yeah. Or just for friendlies. But either way, that would be sick. That was from a Hearthstone review somebody left on mobile that I then showed in the reviews game show.
Yeah.
Martian agreed with you. He was like, wait, that would be sick. Wait a minute. That's the nuts. Why don't we have that?
Yeah.
That's cool because this game came out in 2013.
Mhm.
And for that, I'd be interested if Snap stole that approach. Their games are so short that they may not bother.
You don't need to, yeah. Play a whole game of Snap in 3 minutes.
It's fair. And then you don't have to sit there and watch your opponent rope. You just take your turn, you're on with your day, and then you get told when it's your turn again. You never have to worry about your opponent taking their time.
That's not true. That's not true.
Well, you have to wait. They can take a day to do
I'm
it.
still getting roped on ladder.
You get an extra rope, sure, but you don't have to sit there and wait for it.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can do whatever
go
else,
and
and your phone will notify you when it's
go
time.
take a shower. Go take a shower from being so sweaty.
That's
Yeah, true.
I could have put that so much higher than 4. That actually is a great idea. I forgot about that. That's sick. My 4, very similar to my 5. Instead of Tavern Brawls, it's about Twist. I want Twist to succeed. I want cool, fast, changing seasons. You know, I want Tavern Brawl, like I said, to be, instead of just play one game, slug around to get a pack, I want it to be like, hey, I'll play this for a night or a few games and have some fun and then go to the next one. That's what I want Twist to be, except maybe like on a longer scale. So I want Twist to be like, it changes constantly every month. It's great, whatever. And then I play like a Climb to Legends worth of games. I'm like, sweet, that was a fun twist, right? And then I play a little BGs, play a little standard, whatever. And then I'm excited for the next twist. Whereas right now, I don't know, often they're going to do it every 2.5 months or something like that. We'll see. But I like Twist. We asked for the rotating game mode. It was like high on our previous lists, actually. I think, especially Vaapad over there. But I liked the idea. But it just like has to succeed, and like people have to like it and want to play it for it to like make sense for you to play it, especially with the ladder system. So I'm excited.
I think the latest format is going to be a lot more successful than
it's a lot more
the older sets.
To get into,
unfortunately,
sure.
I like the older sets in Twist, but you know, it's a high barrier for barrier to entry for most people.
Do you think the Pauper Twist is going to be more popular than the previous?
Yeah, because it includes like standard cards.
Sure,
and
it's like Descent of Dragon.
Yeah, and it's it's super cheap.
A lot of people have enchanted old legendaries, maybe epics. I doubt most people have disenchanted all of their old commons. It's just not worth the hassle.
Yeah.
So that will help too, I think. But yeah, I mean, I would love it if they just did. That's the thing though, is if like they do a mode that's like,
cheap and accessible,
or not cheap and accessible. One that was like bad. If you switch quickly enough, it's fine. You just go to the next one. It's just that one wasn't for you. It's like Tavern Brawl, but it's like every month essentially.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this one's one button press. You don't need your deck. This one you do need cards. So it can kind of switch, just be like a grander Tavern Brawl. I'm excited.
It's just when it stretches to like 3 months.
Yeah.
It gets
for sure.
Because I think, you know, the first Twist mode had just sort of Jade Rogue dominating everything else. I feel like that's going to be the case in Twist most of the time. There's going to be one like broken combination of stuff.
Which is fine.
It's just going to be
short
but
enough.
It's fine again because you know, it's a month.
Yeah. I don't.
But you know, again, when you have that one broken deck dominating everything else for 3 months, it becomes a lot less palatable.
Yeah, I'm generally a quality over quantity guy, so maybe 2 months is the sweet spot, but it does hit a point where it's like, okay, let's refresh it. And unfortunately, with the Hearthstone rank system the way it is, you kind of have to do minimum 1 month.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I would just love a new ranked system for Twist, to be honest with you. But
yeah, or at least sort of
adjusting
the
like
MMR system for Twist at least.
Yeah. Like I don't want to be someone climbs, gets their 11 or 10x, and then has a month where they just can't play because it's just not their system, right? Like
10-minute queue times.
Yeah, Well, no, having queue times for people who are playing, but also like then you lose your 10x or your 11x, your 9x, whatever you worked for, because you can't play Twist that month. And so
Mhm.
you're like hurt the next month.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Because it's like,
I don't know. Sucks to suck. Get your money up.
yeah, well,
No, no.
but yeah, that's the issue there. But yeah, so that's what I want. 5 was new, more Tavern Brawls. 4 is new, exciting twists. Rooting for the mode. Cool.
All right.
All right.
Swag 3.
Number 3. All right. My number 3 is just more wild only support. I really thought Caverns of Time was really neat. It's also just a nice gesture after feeling underappreciated for a while. And another Caverns of Time set, another Wild exclusive set, or just something to keep shaking up the format, I think would be really really nice.
And maybe make it a wild thing instead of a twist thing this time.
Well, yeah, that would also help.
I'd honestly be okay with another twist thing that's like Twist and Wild, but now that Twist is like actually
Sure.
here, just don't call it Wild.
Right.
Like,
market it to Twist.
It makes sense to have
Yeah.
it be Twist and Wild instead of just Wild, because you're still getting a Wild that isn't standard, which is really what you meant in the first place, right? So I think it's fine that it's also
Yeah.
Twist, but just don't make it for Twist, balance it for Twist, and call it Wild, because most of it's. I mean, are there any?
Well,
besides
then
Chambers that's
I'd
still
rather they
playable?
not do a twist thing. I'd rather they do a wild only thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't call Wild only and balance it for Twist, but like
Yeah.
if you balance it for a Wild twist where like the power level's high enough that like a couple of the cards he's played in Wild, that's sick. You're not going to get a set where half the cards he play in Wild, and I don't know that you want that, because it'll be hard to undo that.
Depends on the cards.
Sure. It'll just take a while for it to get juiced again, because there's usually only like a few cards that add to Wild each expansion. So if you have a straight to Wild, that's like 20 playable cards. But yeah, I'm with you. That'd be sick. Figure out a way to do it for both brownie points, I think, right? Because then you're getting more people interested in it, which gives them more incentive to do it.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm on board. More Wild and Twist content for sure. But yes, Wild content will affect Twist. So
yeah, sounds great.
Yeah. My number 3 is a revisit from a previous wish list, but it's a banger.
Yeah.
I would like an in-depth stats page that's shareable, and that you can see like
export it to a code type thing.
Yeah, that stuff too. Like, but you can like show it to your everything in the journal should be shareable to your friends. Your friends should be able to like click into your like thing on the side and like check out
view your profile.
Stat. Yeah,
and like profile button.
Yeah, and I want like the type of stats that Battlegrounds keeps. Like the kind of the minutia stuff, like minions destroyed, like match
damage
won,
dealt
like,
to enemy
damage
heroes.
dealt.
Sick,
Yeah.
dude. That stuff is sick.
Yeah, that stuff is
every game I've ever
fun.
played except Hearthstone has that, which is not a big
He's
list.
so
to
much
be
more
fair.
incentivized to BM just to like maximize the amount of damage I do to pad the stats. I'm just like trying to figure out the optimal, like how close can I get them to 1, and then
you do like
them with the
average damage dealt per game, and then then you're really like trying to maximize BM. You can deal 36 damage instead of 30.
Yeah, exactly.
It would tie really well with their achievements that they don't really use.
Right. Exactly.
I love that idea. That's so sick. Both of yours are better than mine. That's crazy. I like those. My 3 is also returning, less exciting. For standard Wild BGs, I want less, fast, and frequent changes. I understand it's not going to happen because the super entrenched players play so much Hearthstone that if you don't change things as fast as they change things, people just mauled and get bored and whatever. But I don't play enough of one mode. I don't play enough of one mode to get sick of it before a new expansion comes out. So like, you can chill a little bit. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let the meta settle. Let me enjoy these tavern spells forever. Don't change it for like at least 6 more years, okay? And then I'll be ready. But it's funny because I just said like I want more new tavern brawls and twists, but it's like
Sure.
so I mean like cards and stuff.
I can't wait
You
to
hot
do
fix
that.
the big problems, right? Make those instant.
Yeah.
But then you let it ride. Right? You let Mining Rogue ride. It's been riding. It's probably about time it
Mhm.
stops riding, but you let it ride. If they fix that after a week, I would have been like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Let it ride. Especially if you consider like people's investments into cards, which they probably shouldn't consider, but if they're going to, it's another reason to not kill a card instantly.
I think that's contextual. Like, I think there are some situations where you want to
Oh, like I
bring
said,
the
hot
hammer
fix.
down quickly,
Oh,
but
yeah. Yeah.
but I do generally agree with you that they go a little too fast with changes.
Yeah, don't let the current don't let the current duels meta ride, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Probably shouldn't go into that here, but it's real funny. That is real funny.
All right, Swags 2.
My 2 is kind of related to 3, but you know when the first twist format came out, it was, you know, a bunch of old sets through Gadget Zan. And with that, they buffed a bunch of those old cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see I would love to see a twist format with Ungoro, Frozen Throne, and Kobolds and Catacombs, and buffs 2 cards in those sets.
Huge.
I'd love to see Frost Lich Jaina at not 9 mana. You know,
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I think buffs to those. I mean, it helps that like those are some of my favorite sets, but
Oh, for sure.
you know, the precedent's there. I think I think it would be a really good idea.
Yeah, I'm fully on
Well,
board.
some of the old hero
Yeah,
cards to be playable.
I started playing in Whispers of the Old Gods, so I really hit my stride right around Ungoro and Knights of the Frozen Throne and Kobolds. So, like, same thing. That's like all of my favorite stuff. And
Did
it'd be
any
nice
of
for
them
it to be playable.
backfire? I don't think any of them really backfired this time around, did they?
The buffs for
The nerfs?
twists.
Yeah, the buffs. I mean, like Shadow Bomber was
Tiny
unnecessary.
Knight and Cabal
Knight?
Lackey.
Cabal Lucky
Or
was
wait, no.
No.
It was it
Cabal Crystal
Lackey or
Runner.
Cabal
It was
Crystal Runner's
Crystal
no
Runner.
buff stayed though. That one's fine. So I guess it was just the
Yeah.
discounted
The
3/4 and
Tiny
it's now a
Knight.
3/3. Oh, Tiny Knight buff. Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then it
but
got
just
Tiny Knight.
nerfed.
Disco Warlock because it also got a nuts card.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Those 2 buffs were bad because of the card.
Oh,
they
it
were
was Shadow Bomber.
Yeah,
It was.
that one was unnecessary, but I guess it hasn't.
Yeah,
really
exactly.
backfired.
I think it was unnecessary considering
Yeah.
Aggro Priest was really good,
Right,
or
that's
it was
fine.
at least good at the time.
A 3/1 that deals 4 to my opponent's face. That's an aggro card if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
that is gas.
Facts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean I'm all for that too because they give you a lot of players a lot of fun and excitement, and there's little, if any, downside.
Mm-hmm.
Slap
sure.
some numbers up on these cards. Call it a day. Make it a week most of work. It's pretty sick.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is only 1 line of code, so
who knows?
I don't know. Sometimes they change things, and all of a sudden, Tyrantus's text is gone. So it might be a little more difficult than just editing some
Something like
numbers.
that.
But yeah.
All right, my number 2.
Mm-hmm. Let's hear it.
My number 2 is for there to be a resurgence of the community presence. I think that, especially lately, you've seen more and more people stepping away from Wild and from Hearthstone in general than I'm really, comfortable with. Like, we're losing like long-time content creators because of various reasons, mostly burnout and just like not having fun with the mode that they play. But then like you have like poor like Raffle with his like he pivoted to a different mode and it gets axed. It's like so a subset of this would be please don't axe duels. You know, I don't think that's
Yeah.
going to happen. But like, it's ridiculous. Like State of Wild is ending. Like they're like just the amount of streamers is plummeting. You know, content community members, and it's been slowly decreasing for a few years. I was gonna make a meme the other day because I was looking through the old wish lists, and like we had Shia on 3 years ago, and then Shia stopped playing. We had Binks on 2 years ago, and then Binks stopped playing, and then we had Corbett on last year, and they're not doing State of Wild anymore. So it's just like we had to stop having guests because we killed their Hearthstone careers.
Yeah, true.
Yes, it's us. We did it.
Yeah.
We are why Wild is
I don't
back.
know. All of a sudden, I have a list of guests I'd like to bring on.
We got the
That's
Death Note.
great.
Yeah, exactly. I got my death note now.
Yeah, there you go.
Dude, let's change the subject ASAP because I'm watching that with the wife and I do not want spoilers. That show
Oh
slaps.
yeah.
And take these off. Got 7 more episodes. Don't want nothing.
Light Yagami kills Dumbledore.
Oh my gosh, not Dumbledore, dude. Oh my gosh.
All
Yeah,
right,
I mean,
we're
that's an interesting wish list item because it's like you just want players to enjoy Wild again. Like, you know, what do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it right. Waffle's playing Wild again. It's like, yeah, okay. Like, what
sure.
is that wish list? Like,
right. Well,
he'll play
you know.
Wild if people would watch it. He stopped playing Wild because people stopped watching.
I mean, he still plays Wild sometimes.
No, but
It's
that's-
just
but
he figured out the system where like if you don't lose your star bonus, games are a lot better. So he just like if he ever gets close to losing it, he just starts like insta conceding, and just sort of switches to another mode. But yeah, he still does some Wild decks. But yeah, he
the
is
reason he said he
pivoting out
stopped is
of
his content did
he's
bad
pivoting away
before
from
Duel.
Wild, and I think it's going to be really good for his channel because he started
We'll
playing
see.
Standard now, and there's just more of an audience for
He's
that.
grinding Slay the Spire.
He is. Oh yeah.
I'm enjoying that a lot. But yeah, his Wild
And
videos did bad.
now that he's
why he
pivoting
stopped.
towards other games, I'm trying to get him to do some Lethal Company. That would be Pog.
Probably card games, but we'll see.
Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, you'll probably get your wish ready gas because it's like at an all-time low, but maybe not.
Yeah.
We might lose Martian Boo this year.
that would
Could
suck.
keep going down,
Yeah.
and then that would be terrible for my YouTube channel. He's in like half my videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, who can I get to guest? I don't want to burn these people. I don't. It's like, all right, Martian.
Yeah.
It's like I just. And that, he's not,
Martian's
I'm not saying he's the bottom of the barrel. He's just like the
Yeah.
one guy that I know I'm not burdening because he's made it very clear that he enjoys it. So I'm like, all right, let's go, dude. It's been what, 3 months? Get you back in here because I like it too. But it's just like, ooh, that would suck. I'd have no guests left. All right, yeah, my 2. The number
Your
2
two.
item I want from Hearthstone in 2024. I want mainstream relevance through promotion of other games. Most commonly, what you'd see is like skins from other IPs. So you could get some Diablo in Hearthstone, or you could get like Naruto, or let the Avengers in for all I care, right? You see this a lot with Fortnite, Rocket League, Smite.
They do
Other
that
games.
sometimes.
Not like
Or
Not
Fortnite,
often
right?
enough.
other IPs. Yeah, they let like other Blizzard stuff in.
Samsung Galaxy card back, bro. Goes
There you
hard.
go.
That's the cross promotion IP right there. Let's
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So like, I think it'd be sick if you get some
And
IPs.
also Leadrin for level 20 and WoW.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they got WoW cross promotion. I mean, this used to be called Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft. Let us not forget.
Yeah.
And they had
Mhm.
Diablo, but it'd be cool if they had like completely other IPs too. You know,
Yeah. No, I
get
agree.
some Naruto in here, get some Avengers in here, get some Avatar in here for all I care.
I don't know.
I think
I
we're past
like
the
the
point where
goofy.
it's,
I like goofy stuff in Hearthstone, but I kind of want it.
Maybe
I don't want it to go like the way of Fortnite, where it's just like all of a sudden they have Goku and Peter Griffin, and
I think it'd
you know,
be cool
I
if
like it to
they-
at least keep
yeah.
it contained to like something that's at least plausible for the universe.
Maybe.
Sure.
I think if you did like in-game events where it's like one little thing from an IP, that could be kind of cool.
Yeah, just no like Pickle Rick warrior skins and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, well, I did mention, like, I did think, like, if they just went the way of Pickle Rick warrior skins, I wouldn't buy them anyway. So it'd be bonus points for me if they like.
It would
did
just take me
cards,
out so
or if
much
they
seeing a
did
Pickle
in-game
Rick skin
events related to other IPs
on the other
That'd be
side of the
super cool.
board.
I mean,
I
yeah,
think if
obviously
my
he's a
board with other
warlock.
IPs,
I mean,
they
come on.
wouldn't ruin it either. I think I could have a board that was like,
No, like the
Naruto
enemy
fighting in the
hero
corner.
on the other side of the board. Like the enemy hero skin would just take me out.
Iron Man and Hearthstone would be really weird. Yeah, maybe. Maybe
I
I'm
agree.
crazy. I think if you get the right things, you do it in the right way. I think it could. Work.
Yeah, again, it's contextual. I think
Maybe a
there are
board
probably a few
element.
things you can make work.
Maybe like an event, like a card or a hero, like a thing that's like limited time.
Yeah, like they had Diablo as a duels hero. Maybe they bring other characters in for
Be a
duels
cool way to
heroes,
get people to try out Hearthstone again, or to try out for the first time, because they're like, that game I've heard of a lot and it still exists for some reason. Let me try it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thought.
Yeah.
We'll see if they ever do anything, and if it's done right, if it's even good. I think the Diablo stuff was a success. I mean, I didn't mind it. Granted, it's same Blizzard, but I think it could slap if done right. That's my two.
Sure. Any honorables across the board?
No.
I don't have any for the first year ever. I don't have any honorable mentions.
Keep our
Swag's
list.
number one.
All right, my number one should be probably obvious, but it's Wild Bots. Want them to get rid of them. I mean, not rid, but I mean, it would be nice if they did. But
every turn you have to do a capture weekend in your turn.
Yeah, exactly. No,
you have to emote
like
3 times.
they have been doing like ban waves, and like there have been
people
times where like I've noticed a lot less like even shamans.
They're trying.
But then they come back because they make new accounts. But they did mention in like the latest announcement that they are working on something to deal with them on a systemic level for this year. And so my number one wish is that it just works out. I'd love it if that actually reduce, put a dent in the amount of bots.
Yeah, I think your number.
I think I'd also hate even shaman a lot less.
I think your number one plays really nicely with my number two. With the resurgence of the community, because I think a lot of people dropping out is because of the massive botting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even I'm playing standard now sometimes. Like,
that's dude. There's
I
so
hit
many.
Diamond 5 for the first time in standard today.
There are so many bots in standard.
They removed all of them today. Actually,
did they?
They are no longer in the standard.
How did they get rid of all of them in standard?
Because they were Blizzard bots.
Oh, were they all Blizzard bots? Was that the
most like the Death Knight bots were Blizzard bots?
Were they really? Okay.
Like if they play Direwolf Alpha, it's a bot. Yeah.
But the Blizzard bots in Wild, they're not. They're like human.
No. In Wild, they are not Blizzard bots.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some of those in standard.
But we'll see. Yeah, but like most of the bots in standard were Blizzard bots. Not the case in Wild.
That's a sick change. Then I didn't realize how significant that was when I saw it.
Yeah.
I assumed it was just for the people like in Innkeeper and like low MMRs, new players.
I mean, no. I mean, Chump has been, playing for years and years and years, but I guess he was rejoicing on Twitter today, saying, I don't have to pay the Direwolf Alpha tax. While
30% win rate tax. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's sick. Yeah, I mean, I would love if they get rid of the bots. It doesn't affect me as someone who doesn't play a ton of the mode. Like it made my entrance into Even Warrior, which was way later than everybody else's, right? It made that sweet because I played
Even Warrior
24 hour straights of Even Warrior. Dude, give me some Even Shaman when I'm all in. Obviously, I know it gets boring real quick, but if you haven't experienced much Wild and you want to play something like Even Warrior, you're gonna have a great time.
It's
you're gonna get 40% Even Shamans, and you're gonna win
still kind
92% of those matches.
even Warrior's still like kind of new, and it has the cool like gimmick of like being an even deck, a relatively new even deck that's also good, and also like Odin is a proactive card, like is able to be reactive and then proactive.
But I understand the bot concern, surely, because even after like one session, even after playing for a day, I was like pretty over it, even though I knew it was a winning matchup. I was like just kind of like, whatever.
When you run into 5 in a row, it just I
haven't played enough Wild for it to bother me. Like I don't stream for 8 hours straight anymore, So like that's why, for me, it's not as big of a deal. But I certainly see the issue for sure.
We have turned our strength into our blessing.
What is that? It turned our strength into our blessing. It's our curse or something. Is that the joke?
I don't know.
Turned our curse into our strength.
I don't know. Whatever. I misquoted it because I don't actually play with this.
I feel like that would be what Gen would say, where it's like we turned our curse of only even cards into our blessing, making our hero power cost bonus. But yeah, let's Google it. Let's find out right now. Let's fact check that quote.
I think it's curse into strength.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, come on now. Don't give me the WoW wiki, dude. I want the Hearthstone wiki. Wiki.gg for those who don't know.
Yep.
Get on the new one,
wiki.
dude. It's so much better. It slaps.
By the way, random standard epic card on Twitch Prime.
Oh.
Just noticed that.
Oh, nice. We have turned our curse into our strength.
I got it right the second time.
Huge.
All right. My number one.
The most important thing you want out of Hearthstone. Your number one desirable.
Save twist.
Oh, my 4?
Yeah. So here's what I mean by that. So obviously, kind of what you guys are talking about. First of all, it'd be nice if we, for the next, obviously January's lost, but for the next 11 months, it'd be sweet if we could actually play twist. That'd be cool. I'd be very into that. Second of all, just making it more friendly to get into. So I think the pauper format, even though I think I'm going to be a little bit bored by it, if I'm honest, but I think that it's a good direction to go into to try and get some momentum moving for the format. As far as, so like definitely on board with what Swag was saying, like please buff the cards that are going in, that are like old as dirt, can we buff things to make them playable? That'd be sweet. And then also one thing that I didn't really hear you guys touch on was just like the twists so far have been kind of dumb. Am I the only one who like thinks that? Like we've had like XL, which exists. We've had like the twist is just like having Caverns of Time, which is kind of dumb. What was the twist the first month? Was it
stats. I mean,
it no? Oh, the first twist was no standard or no neutral cards.
It was up. Yeah, it was no neutrals up to Gadgets and Caverns of Time.
No neutrals. That's actually not a bad one. I'm okay.
I think Pauper is a pretty good.
And I was going to say Pauper is a good enough twist for me. Yeah. I'm not like 100% sold on it, but like at least it feels different enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried it's going to feel like 2014 Hearthstone, but at least it feels different enough. That being said, I liked 2014 Hearthstone.
Right. I don't know if I'd like it today, but I also like
right. Exactly. I used to like it. I'm worried that
thinking about my plays though. I didn't need the dopamine. I was thinking. Now I just play things and I want things happening. Right. But
yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about it feeling a little bit too old timey. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, it's new cards and commons and rares are a lot stronger than they were in 2014. So maybe it'll be okay. But
sure. A lot of good Hearthstone cards are commons and rares, but
yeah, for sure.
I don't know if a whole deck can be made with them. We'll find out. I imagine Beast Hunters, things of like that nature. Mech decks might be good. Mech Warper's a common card.
Yeah, but I think
banned it for a while so you could play it in this twist, which is kind of
hilarious. Yeah.
Twists.
Yeah, I think that if we can just always have twist, right? And if the rule changes every month, cool. If it changes every 2 months, cool. 3 months is probably pushing it.
Yeah.
But if we get a new one every month or every 2 months, awesome.
Huge. And not have it turn off on a new expansion launch month.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get it turned off. You get 3 months. You get it turned off. You get 3 months. You get it turned off. Year's over. You get 2 twists. Like it's like sick, dude.
Right.
Got 2.5 twists that year. Yeah, that would
Mhm.
suck. I think I want 12 twists ideally, but
Right. I want at least 6 or 8, but 12 would be great.
yeah. I don't know how you would do. Like, you
I'm
have to do
expecting
by
at
month,
least
so.
2 or 3 months throughout the year spread out where they have it down for a month for maintenance or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think at least like 6 to 8 twists is pretty likely.
Oh, I guess that's how you would do 6 or 8 twists. Is you take it down.
Yeah.
I heard a thought. I think it was on State of Wild that they're gonna let twists run until they run out of the original ideas. But the first time they have to think about like what they're gonna do next, it's scrapped.
That's
But
hilarious take.
Yeah.
Oh, at least the bots will go back to classic then, right?
So they're gonna bring back classic.
Yeah, let's bring back classic.
It would probably save Wild if you brought back classic.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Unironically.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a lot easier to bot classic than it is Wild.
I don't understand why the bots even bought Wild, to be honest.
I think they farm a bunch of gold
Is it because of
sell the account.
mercenaries? Right, but isn't there a better way to do that? Isn't it easier to just AFK
If
BGs
you're
a lot
running
more,
it
or
24/7,
right,
it's
so
probably better because
BG is just like instant. I guess you have to wait for the hero select and stuff, so maybe you don't get as much XP. It's constantly queuing ladder games.
yeah, because
But
even
it's not
Shaman
like
is both
cards-based.
fast and good.
Oh
and,
no,
like,
it's not time
don't
based.
you get more
Mm,
like XP for winning?
I think so. I don't think it's time based anymore. You're right, because that's why like
Yeah.
Battle Warrior bots disappeared. So
Mhm.
you do want to win, okay?
And
might
like
be that as well.
also because like even Shaman is pretty good even when it's piloted by a bot. Like a bot almost reached rank 1 legend in Wild. So like that's another reason, is because like the even Shaman bots can win games.
Yeah, sure. Fair enough. All right.
But yeah, it's getting gold and selling the account.
Makes sense. Well, yeah, I know that part. I mean, I was curious why that was their chosen method, but I guess that makes sense based on how the XP system now works. All right.
Jordan's one.
My current hot topic flavor of the year for Hearthstone that I desire. I'll just say it like this. Hey, BG's slaps, dude. I'm all the way back in.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically for my number one, I'm excited for BG's duos. It might slap. That's fine. It might slap, it might suck. That doesn't matter. I want my number one. I want more things that incentivize playing Hearthstone with friends, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be a 2v2 battlegrounds mode, hey, sick, sign me up. Whether it be an in-game clan system, hey, sick, sign me up. Whether it be a way to view my friend's profile and chat with them in a better way, sick, sign me up.
Challenge a friend quest more common.
Yeah, maybe that's the nuts. Maybe you cut it in half and make it 3 times more common. Cut the XP in half, make it 3 times more common. That'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
I just had an awesome idea. Finish what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think Hearthstone and gaming in general is more fun with friends. And so I want ways to incentivize me to play with friends. So it's not just chat in Discord or bust in terms of like having friends playing Hearthstone. That's my number one.
Yeah.
What's your idea?
So I should have thought of this because it's way better than my 5. We should have a mode where it's like an arena draft, kind of. Think like a fantasy football draft. I know I've lost half of our fans, but think of a fantasy football draft. You have every card available, and you like whoever you're playing with, right? Like if you're playing with your friend,
a little snake draft of Hearthstone cards.
Yeah, you can like draft the card that you want to add to your deck, and if you have it, your opponent can't have it.
That'd be sick.
And you play a game against each other.
Warren, that's a video right there, man. Do a snake draft Hearthstone match.
You do a
Send it out.
tournament. You bring in some tournament mode.
Do a tournament, dude. Wow.
Tournament mode, finally.
Yeah,
That's an idea.
It's happening any day now. Any day now.
It's not
We
a
could
wish
do
list
that.
episode if we don't bring up tournament mode, really.
Dude, we could do a snake draft on stream. Nobody would watch because people don't like watching cool, interesting Hearthstone things. They just want to watch you sloth on boring wild ladder. But we could do it.
We should do that sometime.
That'd be sick. It's too bad I'm not gonna make that a video because I'm done. I'm done with that. But that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Dude. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
You'd have to do what? The same class? Or is it just neutral cards? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how that works. Maybe you do it like restricted to an expansion. So you have to really think about your deck. You can't just like play, I'm gonna pick Even Warrior, you're gonna pick Discord Warlock, and we're just like there's no snaking happening. We're just picking our cards, right?
Sure.
So maybe you make it like an expansion, and then you have to really get to the thinking. That'd be kind of sick. Snake Draft expansion series, Ryan. There you go for your next one. That's like 26 more videos, dude. Nuts. You're welcome.
Nuts.
Since you can't do your bot idea that I also had, which is kind of hilarious. We've both had the same bot tournament idea. Both won't make it.
Yeah. So that wraps up the wish list portion. So if you are with us in the non-live version, this is probably where it's going to end. Peace. But if you were with us in the live version, we are going to answer some questions we had. So
time for the mailbag, dude.
Yeah, we weren't planning on doing mailbag, but we got some questions organically. So
mailbag.
Ocean asks, in your opinion, which cards in Wild or Standard need to be nerfed?
Oh my!
I don't have much opinions on this right now.
I can't really touch on Standard because while I have been playing it a little bit, I haven't been playing it enough to really like have a take I'm confident with. But in Wild, easily some even shaman cards. I think maybe either Jam Session or the 0 mana buff cards, make them one mana. Kill the deck, please.
Even shaman.
Yeah. Just make Totemic Might, Totemic Surge, 1 mana. Boom.
That would kill that deck. Yeah, I mean, Standard's probably at the point where if it's getting nerfs, it's for the sake of variety. So you probably kill, or you don't kill. You slightly weaken Treant Druid, maybe. You slightly weaken Velorak. You probably slightly weaken something in Druid.
I think you
Druid
can make
too.
Reno 9 mana. I think
you
that
could
would
make Reno 9 mana. Reno's kind of the nuts. He can only be
or make it empty the entire board.
Yeah. Could make it empty the entire board. It's one of those cards where you don't nerf it until it's no longer the current flavor of the month. It's like Renathal, a good nerf next expansion. But yeah, it totally would be fair to kill Reno. Or nerf Reno.
It's really, really strong.
You can tell I've been playing Hearthstone for 10 years. I keep saying kill. We don't need to war song every card anymore. We can just tone it back a bit.
I mean, most of the time.
Most of the time, you don't need to read it.
Most of the time.
0 mana, give your totems, make them your totems cost 1 more for the rest of the game. Gosh, imagine give your charge totems +1 attack. They'd brick it somehow. It'd be nuts. They got the new Divine Shield, Moonfury Excavate. They'd figure it out, dude. They'd figure that out. Yeah, Standard is probably around there.
I'm not playing much Hearthstone at the moment, but just for old time's sake, we should nerf Mecha'thun, because screw that card.
Mecha'thun.
It's not even playable anymore.
Let's make it less playable.
It's so not good. Oh my god.
Even Mecha'thun Warlock, it doesn't even work anymore. Cataclysm's gone.
Yeah,
Good.
Warlock,
Card
Mecha'thun
sucks.
Mecha'thun's pretty dead. I'll be honest.
Maybe they revert Tome Tampering and I don't know. Figure something out.
I mean, unironically,
we don't need to think about it because we're nerfing Mecha'thun. It's fine.
Oh yeah, true.
I'd love if something in Reno Shaman also got hit. I mean, I think Shutterwalk at this point is just ruined the mode for too long, but whatever. I don't know. Maybe you leave it forever. But if it's even Shaman, Reno Shaman, maybe you tone back Aggro Priest or Reno Druid or Quest Mage. It's just like hard to it's hard to pick something, right? You just kind of pick your poison in WoW. There's a lot of good, strong stuff.
Cold Storage could be 2 mana.
I'd be all right with that. You can't really nerf standard cards if you're not nerfing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of the cards I want nerfed are standard cards, but I want them nerfed for wild. So that's just like kind of a non-starter.
Probably ban them until they rotate and then nerf them.
Yeah.
I would love if something.
But they're not going to ban cards just because they're good in even Shaman. You know.
That's valid.
Hey, they've done it before. Let's make Open the Waygate 12 spells. We've done it once. We've upped it. Let's up it again.
And it'll and then they'll print a new card that makes it still trivial.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Give us some time. But yeah, there's just like a lot in the format that are all kind of relatively the same tier, other than like the Shamans and maybe Reno or Aggro Priest and even Warrior. But it's kind of pick your poison for what you want killed. I love those suggestions though. Cold Storage is obnoxious. When a deck good like that is that good and can make duplicative cards that easily, it's pretty irritating.
I can't wait to Cold Storage the new brand from someone playing Warrior.
Yeah.
That'll be so
cool. Shaman.
Shutterlock, yeah.
Yeah, if that card's good, that'll be obnoxious for sure.
Yeah. All right. Next question. Top 3 decks that each of you are playing wild or standard.
Well, like I said, I hit Diamond 5 in standard for the first time today. I did it with Dragon Druid. The deck is like, I understand why a lot of people find it like boring or whatever, but I like how simple it is. You just play lots and lots of stats and win the game.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. Mid-range.
I'm a fan of that.
Bigger and bigger minions.
Yep. And speaking of bigger minions, Automaton Priest in standard as well.
Nice.
Actually, like playable now. In Wilds, I've been climbing, so it's mostly like Reno decks, Reno Shaman, Reno Druid. Plague Death Knight is still the Swagwar special, and Cream Puff, who doesn't really play that much anymore, still made a deck this month that's like it does the Velorock stuff, some of the Thief stuff, but it's Kingsbane Rogue.
Nice.
It's like Thief Kingsbane Rogue, which is it's a lot of fun. I like slower Kingsbane decks.
Okay. Yeah. Dude, if I was going to play Automaton Priest in standard, I don't care what the popular list is. I'm putting a Crazed Alchemist in that bad boy. It's too good.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would absolutely stick a Crazed Alchemist in that boy.
For me, I don't play standard, so I don't have any opinions there. Wild, definitely some Holy Wrath Pally, even though I know that's probably outdated.
No, it's still top 5.
Is it still good? Okay.
Yeah.
Even Warrior for sure. Maybe even some cute Warrior.
This man's playing good decks. Well, okay, not that one, but he
Not that
normally doesn't play any good decks.
Yeah. Well, they're
pretty
decks they're decks that have been playing for forever. So
they just finally became good.
They just finally became good. You know, like you play something long enough, and the meta catches up with you. I'm just ahead. I'm just
sure. Good.
Well, Magma Rager posted Cute Warrior, so there's like a 75% chance it sucks. No disrespect to Magma Rager, but like his decks are cool. But like I tried his Excavate Warrior a couple of weeks ago, and oh god, well, I mean, lost 3 games in a row. And was like
the dude named himself after Magma Rager. You can't expect the win rates to be good.
Well, yeah,
Magma Rager is pretty famous for being the worst Hearthstone card to like exist.
Yeah.
It was the worst Hearthstone card to exist in 2014 by deck win rate.
Sure, yeah.
Just the absolute worst card.
Do you have anything to add there, Jordan?
Yeah, dude. So first of all, Automaton Priest, Crazed Alchemist is something I never expected to hear. Many people don't know this, but the way Crazed Alchemist and Automaton work in Priest is the Automaton gets the aura buff. So if you've played like 6 Automatons, you'll add 6/6 to your 1/2, so it'll be a 7/8. If you then Automaton it It sets the stats to 8-7.
Alchemist it.
Alchemist it, sorry. It sets the stats to 8-7, but those are the base stats. So then the 6-6 buff goes back on top. So it's actually a 14,
Basically
13.
doubles the stats.
Basically doubles the stats.
So in
And
Wild,
so
you play like Confuse and
you play
Topsy-Turvy.
Confuse, yeah, because you have better cards. But in Standard, you'd have to use Alchemist.
Yeah, they might not have caught on to it yet.
Most people don't know that does exist.
Yeah.
It seemed to surprise Raren on that lethal
Yeah, he did
puzzle
not
thing.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there would be other cards with that effect would be certainly better. I don't know that Standard has them, though, is all I'm saying.
Sure.
But yeah, so Wild, I played some Odd Hunter recently to test it out before we got new mini set cards to kind of see how bad it was now. My favorite deck of all time and still currently is Relic Demon Hunter. I've been playing that in Wild, like a Wild build. It's like a mix of Relic with a mix of like the Kurtrus Deadeye combo with a mix of Jace and good fell spells. And then you get to 30 good cards. I also stuck in a Street Trickster and some Unleash Fells to just like never lose to aggro.
Yeah.
Sometimes, less often. And you just stick some good cards in there. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. You learned about that literally from the Ryan video. Yeah, for those who don't know, I made lethal puzzles for Ryan to solve for a YouTube video.
And I helped.
And and Vaapad did help. And the video is his worst performing video in like a really long time, which is really on brand for me because everything I make seems to do poorly. Poured my heart and soul into it. Spent weeks making it. Flopped. That's relatable. That is a relatable feeling right there.
No, it's fine. It was just
because you don't have me on enough, you know.
That's true. It was just a ploy for me and Jordan to spend some time like theory crafting some cool lethal puzzles.
Something like that. Yeah. He hasn't had a video do that bad that wasn't Hearthstone related in a long time, which I guess kind of makes sense. It's hard to watch if you're not super actively watching. Like, I get it. But it's really funny that even the video, like, make for him is pretty bad. So it's just so tragic.
I think so. For this, which legendary cards do you like the most, and which do you hate the most? I'm not gonna jump into like specifics in particular, but like the cards that let you do flashy things but aren't particularly good, love those. Odin might be the exception to like the not particularly good thing. I love Odin as well because it does a flashy thing, but it does a flashy thing in a way that I approve of, which is slow-ish decks getting a win condition. So like that's after my own heart. And then hate the most. This goes back to the Mechathune thing. I hate cards that invalidate my whole game plan, which Mechathune is one of those as an Odd Warrior stand. So
get Rat out of there.
Yeah.
It's not legendary, but that's how I feel about Theotar. Oh my gosh, most hated.
Easily. Oh god.
Theotar,
yeah, that's up there for
fits
me.
that build. Mutanus,
Mutanus, easy. Shutterwalk, easy. Nice.
Anything that invalidates your game plan, whatever your game plan is unless your game plan is like super vague, like go face or like, like.
People used to hate Reno for that reason.
That's
invalidated their game plan.
That's fair, but that would be my answer. So you can kind of, for me personally, I play slow decks, so I hate anything that like punishes me for playing slow. So basically, like, combos and value killers or whatever.
Sure. My favorite legendary card in theory is Whizbang and Zale. I don't use them because I have cards. But like the principle of it's super cool. I wish those cards were like good, popular, existed around. I think that's a fantastic idea. Otherwise, though, yes, Theotar easily top 3 most hated card. I would not be upset if that card costed 10 mana. Wouldn't bother me. Actually, it would because people would play it, and then I'd have to deal with Theotar being played at any amount of mana, which upsets me. I'm kind of okay with Shutterwalk in the same way that I like Jace. It's like the Yogg, we like plays all these cards and it's like a fun show, but you have to like actually play the cards first, which I kind of like. So like Jace is something I like, but I don't like Shutterwalk because of the amount of like gross tech that exists. But it's not all Shutterwalk's fault, right? It's the gross tech's fault. So it is what it is. I definitely don't like Theotar Martinez. I'm trying to think Renathal if that's most loved or most hated, or if I'm just kind of whatever in it now. I used to not like it because it slowed the games down, but it didn't slow them down in a meaningful way. It just meant that my opponents had more garbage tech and more time to play their garbage tech, and that upset me greatly. But I think otherwise, I wouldn't care enough to put it in either side. Yeah. What other legendaries am I a big fan of? That's a great question. I like Big
Pod,
Dragon.
your cam's out.
Yeah. It's because his daughter ran in the background.
Oh, okay.
We are looking at like old gods were cool. I like Raid Boss Onyxia type a lot. It's like very fair but very powerful. I like Raid Boss Onyxia. That's a good card. It's one of those cards. It just like doesn't end the game, but like it's like okay, that card was kind of nuts. Didn't mind spending my whole turn on that. That was fun. I think I like hero cards sometimes, but I usually like the hero powers more than the card, so that's kind of hard to count. But yeah, the most commonly played legendary certainly wouldn't be my favorite because you'd have like Patches in that list, and I don't really care. I mean, I play Patches because he's good, not because he's like that is so sick and cool. Look at that 1/1 I just made. Like, who cares? No one's ever been like, man, look at that 1/1, dude. It's popping on my deck. That's sick. Yeah, beyond like the first week, it's like no one said that. Kazakus was a lot of fun back in the day. Didn't mind that one. It's like ad generation, but it's like in a way that like you had agency over. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I think those probably cut it for my favorites. I don't mind me some Mordresh Fire Eye, similar to Onyxia. It's like a big thing that could end the game though, but it's pretty sick.
Even Mage was really cool.
Yeah,
I miss it.
I like flashy legendaries for sure. They're fun. I'm glad that the Titans and Colossals are a good success because it's letting us play like big cards again in a meaningful way, which is super cool. And yeah, I think that does it for me in that question. Should we wrap up? We have any more?
Whoa! I didn't get a chance to answer.
Oh, Quag didn't go. Oh my goodness.
What am I doing?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, no.
So I love any card that has the text destroy the enemy hero on it. So I'm like the opposite of a pod.
No.
Mechathune is easily my favorite legendary.
I did love it.
I played a ton when I was a standard only player. I played it a ton when I was a wild only player. It's just
is Mechathune the reason you switched from standard to wild? Did it bring you with you?
No, because it was still in standard at the time. I think the Raven was still standard legal. But it was the Uther Death Knight, so almost.
Close.
It's another destroy the enemy hero.
Really bad version.
That
that's
card
a bad version.
Is one of my favorite.
Okay with it. I like that.
Jungle Giants is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I've enjoyed some quests for sure.
They're kind of toxic, but I do like cards like Keleseth, where like if you draw it and play it on 2, like it's just
fun
like
game. For sure.
It's a fun game. I like it when I play those cards.
Of course,
those are cool.
Naturally.
And least favorite, Raid the Docks is probably my all-time least favorite legendary. As anyone who follows my Twitter might know.
It's a throwback at this point.
Spent about a month complaining. Oh, and Demon Seed. I guess I really hated the quest lines.
Understandable.
Except for Seek Guidance. Destroy the enemy hero. It's bad though. And Sage, the Secret Mage legendary. I hate Secret Mage. B, it's just sad that Alunith got power crept because that was like one of the best cards in the game, in my opinion, at the time until Sage came out. And I know I'm missing some stuff, but yeah, it's about that's what I have off the top of my head.
Cool.
Sweet. Well, my
We could
daughter
do
just got
one
home
more
from school.
question if we want to.
Did we have?
We have.
I see.
We got one more.
There you go.
I need
We'll answer it. Don't worry, Vaapad. We'll end it too.
Yeah.
We got you.
Well, right now, I'm like the only person in the world who really likes Starfield.
The last
I have like
survivor.
10 hours of playtime in it. Big fan, big fan. There's an indie game called Shadows of Doubt that I've been having a lot of fun with. I'm trying to think of upcoming games. I can't really think of anything that was recently announced. Shoot, there was one more game. Oh, right, yeah, Fortnite. Been playing a lot of Fortnite lately. Finally got the Peter Griffin skin. Yeah, that's about it for me.
All right. Well,
I've been playing some
Madden.
my
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Vaapad bought Madden 24 while it was on Steam sale.
Oh, nice.
It's a decent time. I'm the kind of person who usually plays the same game for long stretches, so I don't have like a ton. But I had long stints, like way back in the day in Minecraft, CS:GO, Smite, before like Hearthstone became the main stint. I've had stints, and I still play old school RuneScape. Still play Rocket League, big long stint in that. And otherwise, I think that's really it for me in games. I'm in Madden, obviously. But I basically just play Rocket League, Hearthstone, or old school RuneScape, or maybe Minecraft, or I'm just editing YouTube videos and I'm not playing games. Yeah, I don't tend to jump on games right away. I let them marinate, and I'm pretty much exclusively a multiplayer game enjoyer. I couldn't tell you a single player game I've enjoyed. It's probably Slay the Spire is the oldest at this point.
I was gonna say, what about Slay the Spire?
And then before that, it's like Trackmania, like Nations Forever, like without going on servers. Like I mean, that's a throwback and a half.
For me, I spend all my time playing fantasy football, and if I'm not doing that, I just invented fantasy tennis, and I'm doing that with my workplace. So I'm spending a lot of time tracking stats right now for the Australian Open.
Does Twitter count as a game? Play that one a lot.
Yeah.
Only for
Making
you, Craig.
content is my favorite game for sure. I got the most hours in that. All right. Well, for those watching, we are live on many different places, but thanks for tuning in wherever you tuned in. We stream this when we do it live on the our Twitches, but also on the Vaapad 1 YouTube channel. That is where all of the Draw Last content can be found, from shorts to published YouTube videos to live stream VODs. For all of our episodes, going back to as long as like 2020 when we had a different name. We've been doing this a while. So if you want more Draw Last podcast content, the Vaapad 1 YouTube channel is the place to check out. It will have, going forward, as well as the live VOD and shorts, it'll also have shorter YouTube videos to digest if you just want the main thing we do, trim out some of the excess. So you can look forward to that. And yeah, go subscribe there if you want to catch those new videos and always know when they're live. But otherwise, we should be on our channels as well, on our Twitches. But that should do it for episode 10 of the Draw Last podcast. Hopefully we get everything we asked for. We'll do an episode in December, hopefully episode 22, where we look at the last year Hearthstone 2024 and hope we got anything we asked for. We did this the last 2 years, 2021, 2022, maybe even, did we do 2020? I don't think we did. I think we just did 2021, 2022. So this is our third year doing this. We've gotten some things we've asked for in the past, which is pretty exciting. We asked for Twist, funnily enough. So maybe we'll get something. You never know. Pretty exciting. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, especially on Twitch for our first live stream.
Yeah.
It's
the first one we've
like
streamed in multiple places.
Good success.
Yeah, it was nice. Thanks for leaving questions. Every time we have an episode, we'll do mailbag at the end. So feel free to come each episode, leave mailbags, leave questions. You can also leave it on our Twitter, Draw Last Pod, I believe. So feel free to add us there if you have questions that you want us to answer at Draw Last Pod. But otherwise, those are the plugs. I mean, you can find Swag on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube if you're active. That's
I'm not
always-
I'm hopefully
not
soon.
active.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon, TM. You can find me,
Yeah.
Jordan MG, on YouTube. I am active there as much as my style allows. But yeah. Peg?
Yeah, that seems like it. Vaapad's mic is off, so
No,
any
yeah. He's
promo-
telling me we did
Please.
the last 3 years, actually. You're right. We did 2021, 2022, 2023, and now this is the 4th year. Yes. Goodbye.
All right. Yeah. Later, everyone. Thank you again for tuning in.